Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss the poem Design written by Robert Frost. This poem is not a typical poem. Uh, and this and actually why I'm saying like that is like the reason is something different. This poem is not something a poem talks about something natural or something common, or when we talk about the themes also you can understand this is not some kind of a common poem. And also it's some kind of a deep psychological poem because Robert Frost, if you know about this poet, he writes poems that comes under that genre, psychological poems. That means that those poems are very much insightful, and also they have deep meanings, which carries deep thoughts and deep themes also. So here Robert Frost is an American poet, and he belongs to the modern period of English literature. So let's move on to the poem. So here first you have to focus your attention to this bird design. So the title or the title of the poem is design. So here when we tell the word design, there are two meanings. The first one that comes to your mind is something like a pattern, a drawing, okay, you can see on cloth and other stuff. And the second one is the creation of God. Okay, the creation of the God. I mean, the humans beings and animals and this planet. So these are the two main meanings or two main ideas that we come across to this word. So here you should get this second meaning. Yes, the creation of the God for this poem, because this poet Robert Frost is focusing his attention to this second meaning. Okay, yes. So here in this poem we are talking about the God and his creation. The whole world. So here you can see some kind of an allusion. You know what the allusion means, and it's some kind of a biblical allusion. Because these stories are taken from the Bible, and here obviously you should have some kind of a basic knowledge about the religion, Christianity, because most of our most of our work in English literature are referring to this religion, Christianity, because most of those poets, authors, and all of them, most of them, uh, they have that influence given by this religion. So let's start our poem. So here this is the poem designed by Robert Frost. So first of all, I'm going to recite this poem for you. I found a dimpled spider, fat and white, on a white hill holding up a moth, like a white piece of rich satin cloth, assorted characters of death and light, mixed ready to begin the morning rite, like the ingredients of a witch's broth, a snort of spider, a flower like a froth, and dead wings carried like a paper kite. What had that flower to do with being white, the wayside blue and innocent Hilal? What brought that kindred spider to that height, then steered the white moths thither in the night? What but design of darkness to appall, if design govern in a thing so small? So by looking at the appearance of this poem, you can understand this is a sonnet. So this sonnet is a Petrarchan type of sonnet, because you can see clearly the poet has divided this sonnet into two parts, like first 8 lines and the last 6 lines. So here we call these first 8 lines as the octave of this sonnet, and these last 6 lines as the sestet of this sonnet. So here like basically you can understand there are three creatures involved in this scene. So here maybe it's some kind of a coincidence, because like we will talk about it later with reference, I mean with more details to the poem. There you can basically understand these three creatures. So who are they, like the white spider, the white moth, and this hero flower. So that's what you can basically understand about this poem. So now we are going to, describe this poem in further detail. So here you can see the octave part. So I found a dimpled spider, fat and white. So here at the outset of the poem, the poet is describing a situation where he has found a fat and white spider who has dimples also. So you can understand the peculiarity of this poem. At the outset of the poem, at the beginning of the poem itself, it shows the peculiarity that is growing in the poem, because in day-to-day life you can't find fat, white, dimpled spiders. Okay, like they are not some kind of cute creatures like that. It's somewhat strange. On a white heel holding up a moth. So this heel is a flower, uh, and it's famous for its power to heal the people who are injured. Who are injured and who are suffering with illnesses. Yeah. And here normally hero flowers are, they are blue colored, but here it is white colored. Again you can see the strangeness and the peculiarity and the abnormal quality of these characters. Okay, yes, holding up a moth. So there on a petal or on the flower there is a moth. Okay, so again moth is some kind of innocent, cute and pure insect. Okay, like a white piece of rich satin cloth. So here the poet has used simile to such as its purity and innocence, of this moth. So rigid satin is a oxymoron, because two contrasting ideas are put together. Rigid and satin, rough and smooth. Two contrasting ideas, no? It's like a kind of a soft thing and kind of a rough thing. So what's that? Again, peculiarity. From these all three characters, the poet wants to suggest the ongoing peculiarity, the ongoing strangeness of this poem. Yes, okay, yes, okay. Assorted characters of death and blight. So these characters are assorted with death and blight. Again, these two words, death and blight, are not connected with positive things. They are connected with negative ideas. They are connected with destructions, decay, and all other stuff which are not positive. So again it shows along with this peculiarity, there is some kind of negativity also. Okay, yes, makes ready to begin the morning, right? So these are the things, these are the morals, or these are the spirit that they are having to begin the morning. Normally we consider morning as the beginning of a day. Okay, it's a beginning of a day. So we all wish uh, the this morning to be a good one, to be a blessed morning for all of us. But here, the ingredients or the things which are like ready to begin this morning is not good. They are very peculiar, they are very strange, and they are having some kind of a negative uh, morals, between them. Okay, so it's not going to be a blessed morning. Yes, like the ingredients of a witch's broth. So when you heard this phrase, witch's broth, is kind of an allusion, because you can find this phrase, the scene in the play Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare. So there, Shakespeare also describes something like this. They also we can find a witch's broth. Which is a lady who has power, and she uses that power in order to fulfill her bad morals or hidden motives. So their broth is some kind of soup or some kind of a porridge that we make. Okay. They use a huge pot, like uh, like an object. Uh, so uh, they uh, they get together. They get together, and uh, they put their own ingredients to that pot. So that's called witch's broth. So they are the ingredients also, they are not good ingredients. So maybe it might include a human skull or poison. So all these kind of things, such as mm, the evilness, utterly, it suggests the evilness of these characters. Okay, so here the poet is describing, he wants to illustrate, he wants to uh, show the peculiarity, the negativity, and also the evilness of these characters. Okay, yeah. A snowdrop spider, a flower like a froth. So the snowdrop spider is a metaphor. Metaphor is that snowdrop spider. Okay, this that's spider is like a snowdrop. Okay, snowdrop. That means very much pure. Yeah, according to its appearance, it's very much cute looking, and also it has a very much pure appearance, pure looking. Okay, yes, it's not a corrupted one. A flower like a froth. Do you mean, do you know the meaning of froth? Froth means form, some kind of, yeah, form, something, some smooth thing, okay? So a flower like a froth, and dead winds carried like a paper kite. So here, ultimately, we get to know about the tragedy happened in the poem. In the end. So there, the spider has, uh, I mean, taken this moth as its prey. Okay, yes. Uh, you can understand the irony um, brought through these lines, because uh, apparently the spider and the flower and the moth, okay, these three creatures seem to be pure, cute looking, and they are, uh, by their appearance we get a good, a, a, a good impression, not a bad one. But the action, when we think about the action, it's completely contrasting. Normally when we have a good impression towards a person, we accept that same impression from his or her outcome or his or her action also. Okay, but here what has happened is completely contrasting. It's completely opposite to it. Okay, here the spider has taken this moth as its prey. I mean, literally, he has. I mean, it has eaten it. So there, you can understand the irony. So here, the theme appearance versus reality, you can take it because I mean, the appearance of the spider is very good looking, very cute. Okay, but it seems like harmless, but actually it's harmful. Okay, that's what appearance versus reality. And the flower, when you talk about the flower, I mean, I told you the name of that flower. It serves, uh, I mean, gives the idea of like healing the people, healing the things even. But here, what had happened is evil thing. I mean, we take it take it action, take that action as an healing. I mean, killing an insect. No, it's something opposite. Okay, so there you can understand the appearance versus reality, and the strangeness of these characters and the evilness of this scene, and also you can take it as a coincidence. Okay, coincidence, because these kind of things cannot be happen. I mean, yeah, there is a low possibility uh, of like happening this scene in the real world. Uh, so you can take it as a coincidence also. Yeah. So moving on to the cested part. So this is the cested part. Yes. What had that flower to do with being white? So the poet is using the technique called rhetorical questions in order to arouse our curiosity, arouse our own creativity. So you can create your own answers to these questions asked by the poet. What had that flower to do with being white? So what's the purpose? What's the purpose of uh, being white? I mean, if that flower is like appearing as pure and very much cute, not very much not harmful and all, if it gives a good impression to the people, impression to the animals even, what's the purpose? I mean do you think that it was worthy? I mean, it was worthy for the moth? No, ultimately, what happened? The moth was victimized by the spider. But the point is asking, well, I mean, was it? I mean, the purpose. What's the purpose of having that kind of appearance in front of others? The wayside blew an innocent hero. So I mean, what's the meaning of having your innocence, your purity in front of all the objects? Okay, there's no meaning. That means these. I mean, in society also we can find such things, such occasions. They are real. I mean, their real meaning is not matching to that their actions. With some people are named as their names are very much good. I mean, the meaning of their names, but their actual behavior, behavior pattern is not good. They are not matching. If your name suggests you are very religious, uh, but your actual behavior is not like that. Some kind of evil, some kind of mischievous even. So you can find like this is the same scenario happening in nature. So you can find irony and rhetorical question as techniques. And yeah, let's do yeah. What brought the kindred spider to that height? They steered the white moth thither in the night. So he's asking about these scenarios happened in that moment. So who brought it? What I mean like he's curious. He's curious about uh, about the thing happening that night, and he's questioning from himself whether there is a black magic, there is a hidden power behind these creatures, which compels them to do the wrong. Okay, they steered the white moth thither in the night. So, what happened? I mean, who has given that power to do like this, to happen the scenario as this? So, in one hand you can take it as a very natural scene, because spiders, whatever, like it is white or it is blue or whatever the color, it is created to depend on other small insects like moths. So it's its nature, we can't change it. Okay, and you can point out the theme called food chain or food cycle in nature, or the nature of nature. I mean, you can understand it, the nature of nature, that's the nature. Okay, we can't change it. And on the other side, on the other hand, you can illustrate, uh, and you can question about uh, the god. I mean, what's whether the god is flavorable, whether the god is always right. Is there equal right for these creatures? Okay, and you can question about the god's creation. Okay, yes, what but design of darkness to appall, if design governed in a thing so small? So he's questioning about this scene. This is a small thing. This is a small scenario happened in nature. So he questions from the readers, as if such a scenario happened in nature. I mean, a small thing. So is this the governing theory which is applied to the whole scenarios in world? I mean, he's asking whether the bad or the whether the satanic power is powerful than uh, God's power. Okay, he's questioning because you can understand there's evilness, there was evilness, so the evilness, eventually evilness got the victory. So there he's asking about the God's power. Where is this equal rights? Where is this purity? Where is this beauty of nature? That's nothing. So you can take this poem in two ways. I mean, and I think you can understand this poem is not merely a poem about this spider, a moth, and a flower, but this poem brings you to a deeper understanding about nature and about our world. I mean, the scenarios happen in the world, um, and what we believe and what we gain as outcome, and the contrasting nature of these two things. You can understand a lot of things embedded in this poem. So I think you get some kind of understanding of this poem. Uh, so I'm going to wind up this session. Bye.